All right. We are live. Episode number 4. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome. What's up, T? As always, the first one. Guess who was here first today, T? We had a bet. And Taylor said that me and Zig would not be the first ones on tonight. And
That's
guess
not
what?
no, that's not what I said. I
And
said
guess
y'all
what?
wasn't gonna be on time because y'all start
And
late
who and
every
who was
week.
on and who was on time today?
Yeah, I was on time. I wasn't
Of
late.
course.
I
Yes, you
just
will.
wasn't extra early.
6:45 is 6:45. You was 10 minutes late.
The show
You
doesn't
know.
start until 7. You know the
I
star of the show
don't
has to come
care.
on time. We don't, you know, we come right before it starts. We don't need all that
Mhm.
prepping and pre-talking and all of that. We ready.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But for everybody out there, welcome. I hope everybody had a great day today. Y'all know who that is down there. That's the first lady, the boss lady of the show, TayTalks, S.Writer. Ziggy's in the back getting the production ready for everybody. And we have a special guest. She is going to be joining us shortly. So y'all pull up some wine. Y'all do what y'all need to do. Get y'all some food. And we just letting these notifications come through. And we're gonna start the show in about 5 minutes. So,
Or less
glad
than that.
everybody was there.
When y'all tap in and y'all here, let us know, shout us out, say hey, say
Yes,
hi.
please. We don't need the ghost viewers. Like we appreciate them, but
Yeah. We
don't be
want y'all to
afraid.
tap in. We want y'all to
Yeah,
engage.
yeah. Tap in, say hello. This is a community where we invite everybody. You have a voice on this platform. You feel me? So yeah. And then at the end of the show, we're gonna definitely I'm gonna give y'all some insight of what we got coming up for the entire season. All right. But yeah, we're gonna let them notifications come through and we're gonna start the show shortly. Man. So Tay, you had a good day today?
I had a really good day. Just like anything, everything happened. Every day at work is always something. It's never gonna be 100% peaceful. But the good thing is, I started off today with 4 open positions. I ended today with only one open position, so I have some people that I'm hiring on, and the process is moving pretty well with it.
That's good. That's good.
And they're also internal, so I don't have to train them as much. So that's very positive.
Okay, all right. See, Tay as always, Tay is the boss of everything. She's always
Oh,
doing.
please.
Oh yeah, the boss, man. My day was pretty good though. It was another day.
You ain't even give me a chance to ask you how your day was. You just ran with your story.
Because
Jeez.
my day was just normal, like just ripping and running, doing what I gotta do, making sure the team was great, making sure everything ran smoothly, and that was that. I mean, my day wasn't nothing special. Besides working in that damn heat with the team. Yes. I'm just glad everybody that's working indoors appreciate what y'all got because
The
outdoors
heat is
is
really different. It's really
what?
it's different. It's a different lifestyle.
Uh, I agree. I agree. I agree. But we got a good
Yeah.
episode. We got some great topics for y'all for this episode. Like I said, we getting everybody the notifications out there. Um, Zig is getting the production stuff ready for us on the back end of the show. Um, Today we pretty much going to talk about a little bit of self love, T, self healing. Um,
Because I love me
everybody
some me.
everybody probably experienced a little bit of heartache in the past or whatever. We're going to discuss, what's your self love and how you love yourself and your self healing, and also what are tips for people that's probably getting out of relationships, long tender relationships at that. So we're going to discuss those, and we're going to discuss step parents for those who may be dating people with kids. We're going to kind of get into the dynamics of that. So we're going to have a great show today. And I'm gonna try to see if I can hash things out with Tay. Of course, we're not gonna always agree with each other, but
You know that already. We're
uh,
gonna agree to disagree most of the time, or
there you
just
go.
disagree. But
It
hey,
wouldn't be a podcast if we didn't disagree. So I
the
mean,
show
hey,
must go on always.
yes. And of course, Tay's gonna say she's right all the time. So I mean, does it really make difference for me to hash it out with
I
her?
mean, you know what my old Twitter name and Instagram used to be. Tay knows best. So hey,
And you
I gotta
matured.
live by it.
and you matured and you changed it. So that's good.
Yes, when I'm Taylor or Pooler. That is factual.
That's good. That's good. What's up to everybody that's joining us on YouTube? Like I said, in the
Welcome
next
in.
yes, in the next 2 minutes, like I said, definitely subscribe, like, um, let everybody know where the watch is at. Um, Definitely pull up. It's gonna be a dope conversation tonight. And like I said, we do have a special guest today. She will be with us momentarily. And like I said, y'all just get y'all something to drink. Do what y'all got to do and come enjoy this next hour to 2 hours with us. That we muchly appreciate for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
You want to go ahead and cue the intro, and then
Yes.
we can bring her in.
So, yep. So the production looks like Zig is ready to roll, people. So we're not gonna wait no longer. Zig, let's get this show on the roll. We'll be back on the other side of the commercial, folks.
Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Men lie and women lie, but numbers don't. We can debate if you want, but I know you really won't. I'ma reach and guess my percentage on the desk. I'm sure like Holmes, detective skills, it be at the max. S.Writer, his topics, he bringing me the best. Ziggy the BC be streaming, that man is built for next. TayTalks, she wear the dress, but don't try to press. I'm S.Dot and I'm campus smacking, we at your name. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Hash It Out podcast, episode 4. I am here with TayTalks, Ziggy the Beast, and of course, we are here with the beautiful community. Man, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us tonight. Before I get everything started, Tay, Zig, how y'all doing? I definitely got to check in with my people. How y'all doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just chilling at one of my locations off the grid a little bit, kind of kicking back, just checking in with y'all, see how y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
You off the grid like Diddy? That's not a good thing, Zig.
I ain't say like Diddy. Now you adding in stuff that I ain't say.
I'm just saying, bro. You say you
off
off the grid.
Sometimes you just wanna disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just post it up.
All right, now I'm just saying, bro.
But yeah, it was
hey,
just chilling.
Tay, you good tonight? What's good?
I mean, you know me, I like to stay connected. I don't like
to
be
connected. Okay.
Yes.
I was not late this week.
I didn't see that.
You just said late.
We're not gonna hold that against you. Just me and Zig.
Y'all,
if you know, you know.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, just like anything else, like when you working with a superstar, right? Don't they come right on time for the set? They don't sit around and wait for, all of that. They just come to perform and then they out. That's me.
Okay. Guess that's a good comparison, I guess. If guess you're Beyonce, I guess. I mean,
y'all know, like the Temptations. Me.
Okay.
Hey,
hey, that's
I'm
what you
oldest.
say. Hey.
I'm oldest, and y'all the Temptations.
Wow.
I don't know if you're gonna be oldest.
I'm gonna be oldest.
Okay.
That's fair.
But definitely, people, thank y'all for joining us today, Wednesday, episode 4. We appreciate everybody that's pulled up and watching us live right now, and for those that's probably gonna watch us later throughout the show, we appreciate y'all for sure. Definitely hit the subscribe button.
Awesome. That's why I was like, you sure you want to be oldest? But all right,
I tell y'all love certain comments. Y'all love the comments.
Hey,
That's
I'm just
crazy.
saying, man. I'm just saying. But y'all definitely hit that subscribe button. Let's Hash It Out podcast. Definitely hit the like button, so y'all can get those notifications. Definitely follow us on all social media platforms. Support Tay. She also does her other business that she started a couple of weeks ago.
Tay Travels.
Tay Travels. We're going to keep promoting it because y'all know y'all like to travel during the summertime, fall, winter, spring. That's the girl you need to hit up.
I got a place for you all year round, baby.
There you go. So she an all-around entrepreneur. So she got everything that y'all need, all right? And of course, support Ziggy, the moderator. He does all the production, make sure everything is smooth and everything like that. So, yeah, man, I need y'all to follow and support the people, man. But we have a special guest tonight that's going to definitely join us on these topics. Before we bring her in, tonight topics, we are going to discuss self-love, self-healing. If you ever been heartbroken, what do you do in the process of getting back into your normal self? Because, sometimes when you get that heartbroken, you might feel a little down. Your energy is not how it used to be. We're going to talk about tips and ways of how people get through it. And
y'all been heartbroken before? I thought y'all be the one breaking hearts, not getting heartbroken.
Well, Tay probably the one. Tay probably the one that's broken hearts. But I'm pretty sure she didn't have.
I'm just asking. Okay.
That is crazy.
We'll get into it. I was just asking.
I mean, I'm just saying. You said you was a puppeteer of playing with people's feelings.
I never said that.
Hey,
you
said
that.
I ain't gonna lie. She did low key say that, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
That was not my exact words. That's the words y'all twisted and ran with it. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said
even T said, man, Taylor. See,
Your toxic trait. Now you do know we have receipts. We just not gonna bring them up, but we do have receipts. You do know that, right? Okay. The silent treatment tells me you know.
Silence is golden.
Right. And we also gonna talk about being a step parent or just dating someone with kids. Especially taking in other people's kids that's not your blood. So I think that's an interesting topic we can talk about, and I'm very excited to see the comments. Without further ado, like I said, we do have a guest joining us. She goes by the name of Ghost, and I need y'all to give her a warm Let's Hash It Out podcast welcome to the show. So Zed, Q, and Ghost, and we're gonna start this show.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got something else.
Not the soundbite.
Oh yeah, we got all that.
Man, we got
all that.
I'll give it up for our guest, bro.
What's good, y'all?
What's going on, Ghost? How you doing today?
I'm good. I had a couple of technical difficulties. Day one on the job, came in on
It's terrible. Don't feel bad because the person on that screen, we was there. We was early today. She was late. She was late today, Ghost.
I told y'all the reason behind me being late.
What up, Green?
But the shit that you gave us yesterday, this was crazy. Like
because I wanted y'all to show me out, and that's it. Y'all did what I wanted y'all to do, and that's all.
We ain't gonna worry.
It's the reverse psychology. It's the reverse psychology. I like that.
So the people that may not be familiar with you, tell us a little bit about yourself. With some of the podcasts that you've been a part of, different things like that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Well, I am Ghost, and I have been on more than a few podcasts. I have been a co-host of Combo Podcast, 2 T's in a Podcast, which was Combo Podcast was like social topics. 2 T's in a Podcast was more so like banking and financial information. My homeboy out in Texas did that one. I started the Ministry Podcast. We do music. Shout out to my co-host, produced by B Heat Jeter. Shout out to him. And then we also had a sports podcast, Don't Piss Me Off podcast. So
that's the one
I've been a part of a few podcasts. My tagline is always Ghost, but I ain't never been a buster. So I'm here. I got the shirt on too. The cast, the crew.
Okay.
Shout out to the cast.
Oh,
I'm just here to start. Help my girl out. It sound like y'all been jumping her on like that.
First of all,
we got off to a good start.
We're getting off to a good start. Now we don't need this.
When did we start?
I'm a menace, man. That's what I do.
I don't know where she get. I don't know what she told you. We haven't been doing anything.
I
As
haven't said
Tay.
anything. This girl,
If
she
any,
can see for herself what goes on every week.
if anything, I've been the one attacked, Ghost. Like I'm the one that she turns
Light skins
community
always
against
feel
me.
like they're attacked.
Always.
Wow.
The
All right.
victim card. Pull
Not
it.
them calling you
Okay.
light skin.
Okay. So on a, we're gonna just start the
Look at
show.
T
All
Dunn.
right.
Hey, shout out to T
Hey
Dunn.
T,
Yeah.
we
it's the
we're gonna
light
start
skinned
the
men.
show.
It beat them. They the
It's the
problem.
heavy on the
Heavy
minute.
on the minutes.
She know. There we go.
All right. All right. So y'all ready to start the show? Y'all ready to get into these topics?
Yeah, what you got, big dog? What you got for us, bro?
All right, so we're gonna have a conversation, and I want to know from the community, pretty much about self-love, self-healing. Before we get into what the heart aches, I don't want to start off sad. Tay, Ghost, even Zig, for in the time being, what is your definition of self-love or self-healing, or even if you want to intertwine after a heartbreak? What is your definition of self-love and self-healing? What are some of the things that you can either recommend to somebody that's been heartbroken or your own personal experience? Of course, I'm gonna give Ghost the first. Yes, I'm gonna put you on the spot because you're the guest, and we definitely want to start with the ladies first. So, what is your definition of self healing after a heartbreak and self love and stuff like that?
So, personally, me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'm gonna let Taylor go first.
Okay, that's cool. You
I,
want
I'm
Taylor
a,
to go
I'm
first?
a,
That's cool.
Not me waiting for her answer and then preparing myself for her to hit me with that
That's
one.
how it go. That's how it was. My bad.
That is crazy. I thought she was about to dive straight on in. I'm ready. And she was like, no, not me yet. Wait.
I'm sorry. Well, Tay, you can start. Of course, I'm gonna let the ladies go first. So,
Okay.
personal experience, whatever. What is your definition of self healing or self love?
My definition of self-healing is finding what works for you. Some people with self-healing, I can speak for myself and say I like to go in isolation. I like to go by myself. I like to get in tune with me. And I like to play a little victim too. Like sometimes it may be a situation where I knew it was no good for me in the beginning, but then I'll be like, nah, it's still his fault. So like I believe you have to first get to the point where you say to yourself, like, you know what, I have to hold myself responsible for the way that this went down. And then how am I going to fix myself from here? Now, I would say the last resort to fixing yourself should be dating, continuing to date. I think you should take your time to be true to you and who you are before you decide to jump in that boat with someone else. Because I think a lot of relationships start off with rebound versus actually being happy and whole within yourself and then moving on to someone else.
Okay. Now, when you say play victim, why we gotta play victim? What's the
Because I
purpose of
mean,
that?
for me, I feel like it comes with maturity to understand where it started,
Mm-hmm.
how it went, and where you allowed it to go. Like for
Okay.
some of us, I can speak for myself. There's been a lot of situations where I knew it wasn't long term. I shouldn't have been there for a long time, but I still held on to it. But then I blamed them for me catching feelings. But reality in myself, I knew this shouldn't have went as far as it went, but I allowed it to go there.
Okay. And what are some like reasons behind holding on to something that you knew probably wasn't even meant long term? Was it
I
something?
mean,
Was it a
no,
physical attraction?
for me, sometimes I just like a challenge. And that is definitely that has definitely been my problem from the beginning. Like I
Okay.
love a good challenge. Like I feel like if we are having these conversations where a person be like they don't want a relationship, yes you do. I'm gonna make you want a relationship. You're gonna want a relationship with me. That's just how I felt.
Oh no, man.
Real
So
talk.
so, so hold up. So you mean to tell me this is a game to you? Like this is a you like wow. So you like to make sure that you can have somebody that say they don't want a relationship and you're gonna play that game to make sure they fall in love with you and then you just
Yes.
break their hearts?
I don't break their hearts. Like the ones that I feel like I really want, like I'm going to get you, willingly or unwillingly.
We could do this the easy way or the hard way.
Either way, but it's gonna get done.
Hmm. So you, all right? I guess. So you're the puppeteer then. I see why you're the puppeteer. Okay.
You do.
Um, Ghost, you want to follow up on that?
Yeah, so for self healing for me, I used to go in isolation mode, but I feel like that's a little unhealthy because you never really heal if you're by yourself. Because then when you get out, your triggers start popping up, people
Mm-hmm.
start bothering you. I think it's a combination of like for me, I get focused on whatever something that I need to do, whether it's the gym, whether it's a certification, because I work in tech and law, but you know, if it's a certification or if it's just getting back into a routine, it could be cooking. At one point, I picked up baking. It's only me at home, and I was baking like I had a whole family. Just because I like to get into learn something while I'm
Mm-hmm.
healing. I think addressing what you did wrong, because no matter how much somebody else did to you, you always played a part. Whether it's you stayed too long, whether it's you was going tit for tat, we all play a part in every situation that we, deal with. So I feel like addressing what you did wrong and accountability. I recommend in 2024 therapy for self healing because a lot of people don't know where to start. They heal with a bottle or the
Mm-hmm.
weed or this and that. Sometimes too much healthy stuff. They at the gym 5 hours a day. Hey, it's not healthy. So therapy. I recommend that for a lot of people because at some point, some people are so lost and so hurt they can't even see it. Like
Yeah,
just miserable. They swear everybody bothering them, and they are the
Right.
menace that they claim everybody else to be.
that's
So
a
I
fact.
just think self healing is whatever makes you happy internally, whatever makes your heart smile. It's different for everybody. Like how I dive into something, somebody else it could be going out, wilding out, taking trips. It's just whatever makes you happy.
Okay. I see our boy Zig, the moderator, is in a car.
What's
Okay, I,
good,
I
bro?
like
Yeah,
that.
we just run some errands right quick.
Okay. All right.
So,
Man.
if I'm gonna be transparent, the AC in my house is kind of going through a little something right now. So I'm in the car to get the AC from the car. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, this
but
heat,
that,
this heat
so,
is disrespectful though.
I'm
All right.
trying
but
to
now I
tell
agree
you.
with everything D was saying. Like, I think that goes back to what I think we were saying last week, where people try to find their purpose in other people, and then when something breaks or that bond is broken, they kind of lose a sense of self. So
Mm-hmm.
they gotta find another outlet or a positive outlet, like D is alluding to kind of get that self healing, and that accounts with that comes with accountability, looking in the mirror, and even though someone did you wrong, like I think D was saying as well, like everyone plays their role at some point. Like, what were you doing for them to allow for them to think that they could play with you like that? Like
Mhm.
something triggered, like, oh, I can sneak out on. Okay,
Yeah,
what
I
what
can play with
what
them.
somebody everybody play a part, even though you might not, of course, don't deserve it, but everybody plays a part in some point.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Ghost hit on some points that I was gonna say as well, as far as the self healing, especially the therapy part. I think we overlook therapy, and I think we look at it as, well, I don't need nobody to tell me where I went wrong at. That's the first mistake. Look yourself in the mirror and take accountability of possibly what did I do wrong, or is it something that I didn't do enough of? And like Zig said, why did I allow this person to play in my face like this? That could be certain things that, you got to ask yourself, as you're going through the healing process.
Yep.
Self-love, kind of remain busy, especially after a breakup. It's very important to try to, yeah, you're going to hurt. It's going to sting a little bit. And you're going to be like, well, damn, what did I do wrong? Damn, I did everything. And it's still, things just doesn't work out. And you might have ended things on perfect terms with those people or that person. But at the end of the day, you just got to say to yourself, hey, look, all right, it didn't work out. Let me learn from it. I'm not about to go tit for tat. I'm not about to disrespect. I'm not about to do all this unnecessary drama. Look yourself in the mirror, get back to who you are. And I think that's the main thing. Once you get past that hurt phase, kind of remind yourself, who am I? I know who I am. I know what I'm valued. I know my worth. But until then, let me work on myself. Let me start doing the things that I like to do. Music, going to little dating. You know, if you feel like you're ready to date, do that, but also remind yourself that you're not the rebound and you don't want somebody else to play the rebound victim neither, because that can be a dangerous trap. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
be careful when you're doing that. But self healing, don't be afraid to at least express yourself to somebody. If you don't want to talk to, if you don't want to take therapy, at least find somebody that you can trust and just let them know what the deal is. Look, this is how I'm feeling right now, because you can hurt so bad to the point where you start taking out your anger on your family and friends, and they're not the ones who did anything to you. So you gotta keep that in mind as well. So stay busy, stay active. You know what I'm saying? And in the process, if you want to date, date. Go out there, meet people. And you, even if you don't want to date, just go places where you can just, network with people, start a business, do something just to keep your mind off. And then when you ready, go out there, do you. You know what I'm
And
saying?
the thing is, the reality of that, like, it sounds good, but we got to understand, like, a lot of people haven't reached that maturity level. Like, I'm just getting to that point. Like, a
Right.
lot of people are still to the point where they're adults. And when I mean adults, I mean, like, I don't look at myself as really an adult. I look at myself as I'm getting there. But I'm
Mhm.
saying, like, people in their late 30s, early 40s, even 50s that are going through things because their maturity level isn't where it should be in situations and are not growing from it.
Mhm.
Also, a lot of people, even with the help, with people telling you, hey, maybe you should do this differently. Or maybe you should look at a situation a certain way. A lot of people don't want help. A lot of people are okay and comfortable in the hole and in the funk that they're in. It's very unhealthy. It's very unfortunate, but that's the reality of it. Like, it sounds good to say, hey, we're going to be mature and we're going to do this, but a lot of people are not ready for that. Their
It's
mental
also
capacity can't even take that.
you also gotta find people. You gotta surround yourself with the right people, as far as family and friends, because we know family can be toxic. Friends can be your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. Me personally, I went through a stage where I had to find friends that could communicate with me in a way that I understand. Like, I'm a person you gotta be straightforward with. Like, don't sugarcoat it with me. Don't try to pad my feelings. I need you to be 100. Like, if I'm being stupid, I need you to be like, hey, you're being stupid. Like, that's
Straight
just
up.
what it is. And in the moment, I might be crying and be like, no, but I can hear it. Versus if you pad it and you place all the pillars on top, I'm not going to see it. But then you have some people who are the complete opposite of me, like my best friend, where I can't be as rough with her. So, because it's just gonna go one ear out the other. She's too emotional, but you got to find somebody who can learn to talk to you in a way that you understand, because we now can both talk to each other in the ways that we understand, even though it's opposites. But you got to have friends that you also kept through the relationship, because you can't drop your friends and then when it's time to heal,
Right.
be like, hey, it's me again. No,
Right. It don't
absolutely
work like
not.
that.
It don't
Right.
work like that.
And
Now
life,
you screaming you ain't got nobody, and it's because you was in that toxic relationship.
yeah, and that's true. And like for me, like when it comes to friends, I'm not your gentle friend. I am not the friend that you're gonna sit and have this conversation with, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh yeah," and that's not me. Like, I'm the one. I'm cut. I'm straight. I'm dry. I'm just like, that was stupid. Straight up. Like, there's
But
no laughing about it. There's
right.
no. My friends know me, and they know I'm going to say it. Like, my cousin called me today, and she was like, before she started her story, she was like, I know you're gonna curse me out. Good. So now we're to the good part. Now I don't even have to feel bad when I do it, because you know me. So you know when you come to me with something, you know how I'm going to handle it. And you know I'm gonna give you a response that I will want somebody to give me. My friends can tell you they don't sugarcoat nothing with me. They gonna say it and I'm gonna be like, you right. Like, I'm not even gonna argue with you. Like, I dropped the ball with it. Like, straight up, like, that's me. I've lost friends because I'm too brutally honest. I've not the family members because I felt like you did something that was crossing the line and you didn't have to do that. Or you handled me a certain way and you didn't have to do that. And a lot of people don't understand, like, healing is not just relationships. Healing can be relationships with family members. Healing can be relationships with friends because for me, I feel like a lot of people, yes, we hold relationships to a higher standard because at the end of the day, a lot of people looking at it as I'm dating you to be my lifetime partner. It's going to be you and I half and half the rest of this walkway. But that's not to say that y'all can't go left, but we still hold relationships to a higher standard than we hold our friends. A man, you're going to take him back 50,000 times. But your friend do something, she said, what? Oh, that's the end of that.
I
There's
don't
no
know. See,
having no conversations. There's no working it out. Like, as far as like females, unfortunately, I hate it. That's the way that they handle relationships. That's the way they handle friendships.
see, I'm different. Like, if it's just a regular friend, because I got friends, I place friends in categories. If it's just a regular friend, I'm cutthroat like that. Like, you know what? It's out of here. But like, everybody, like anybody that know me, I'm soft behind my best friends. Like, I'll tell you, I'm never talking to them again. I can't stand them. They done crossed the line, and then 2 months later, you just see us outside. Because I feel like when you really care and love somebody, forgiveness has to come into that. So I got family I won't even talk to, but I've forgiven my friends, and that's just how it go. I think I hold my friends to a higher standard than relationships because they've been through me with me, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I got just a close circle of friends. I'm not one of the people that got a million friends because you just can't put me in every environment because I'm gonna say anything, literally. So, or I'm gonna address anything. I'm that friend that if you don't like it, if you don't say something, I'm gonna say something. So I just hold my friends near and dear to my heart. But I do know what she's saying about friendships with women. Terrible. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. I'm grateful to have great female friends, one of which is her cousin. But like I'm grateful to have female friends that are actually good people because some of these friendships I be seeing, like they jealous. Some of them are not healed, so they go to their friend for advice. She like, girl, leave that man. Whole time the man ain't did nothing. She just wants you single and miserable with her. It's just they catty. You bought a bag, so now they gotta go buy a bag. It gets to the point where men, y'all can get over something quickly, and a woman's friendship will literally end because they bought the same purse.
Mm-hmm. And it's like some friends are really literally jealous. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I had a friend that it was like every time it seemed like a person wanna date me over them, it was kind of like I'll see them like trying to get that person attention. And I'd be like, bro, like it's not that deep. Like, if you want to deal with them, deal with them. But we're not about to go back and forth and to try to fight for attention because I'm not that person. Like, I sit back and not talk to nobody, and then a person to come and engage in conversation with me, they be like, dang, like I didn't even know you was this type of person where you get deep in conversations. Like, it's people my friends have dated, and they'll sit down and talk to me and be like, dog, T, I love when we be sitting down running it because we really run it. Like, I'm just one of those people. Like, I'm the person that everybody come to when something go left. And I'd be like, why they call me with this? Like, I don't wanna be that person. Like, I wanna be the person, the last person you call to
I'm
tell.
the last person. Because when you call me, we taking it the absolute furthest.
Mm-mm. For me, I'm one of the first people they call because they understand I'm going to hit it from top to bottom. So nobody else calling behind me will be able to tell them anything different from what I see.
Man, y'all made some good points. I think what I take from both of y'all with the what y'all was just saying, I think a lot of people they don't like that uncomfortable conversation, and I think that's the issue. I I'm one of those type of people that if you have something to tell me, please do not sugarcoat it. Do not try to talk around the topic. If it's something that you see that I have to improve on, something that I need to work on, please tell me the truth. I don't like all that figuring the riddle type stuff. Like you got to have uncomfortable conversations. And I
Yeah.
think that's the reason why sometimes some relationships fail or they don't succeed because it's always you don't want to communicate. Even with friends, you shouldn't sugarcoat anything. If you're my friend, right, and I'm gonna use that word very loosely because everybody is not your friend, right? You just said it. You might have a friend, but are they truly your friend?
Right.
And I feel like your friends, you can joke, you could clown, but your real friends is gonna tell you, all right, you out of line. Like you need to change something, or you was out of pocket with that. Be truthful. Have those uncomfortable conversations. Because that's the only way you're gonna get better as a person. You can learn, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you're not about to just sugarcoat stuff with me and he smiling in my face, and all of a sudden I'm the one that's looking stupid while I'm getting talked behind my back. You feel me? Like
Right.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Like you really know who somebody is. Somebody said something. Before I get to that, I know a lot of women always say that I don't have a lot of women friends. I have a lot of men friends. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of I always say like, damn, a lot of women say that because of what y'all just said.
Right.
Y'all don't, I guess the relationships with I guess friendships with other women get catty. You're jealous because you got this going on and they don't have that going on, so of course y'all fall out. Sometimes it's over a man, sometimes it's over the way your life is starting to propel and theirs is not going up as much as they want it to. Real keep know your circle. Everybody say the same thing. I keep a small circle. You don't
Yep.
call everybody. You don't call everybody your sister. You don't call everybody your brother. You know, you might say, "Hey, that's my associate. I know that person, but I don't even know them through that person." You got your real friends that's been through thick and thin with you. You know who your real, like who your circle is for the people that's there for you, not only for the good times, but when you going through something, even if they notice something off with you, you good, you straight. That, you know, we all deal with death with family members and friends and stuff like that. But when you gone through the trials and tribulations and you see people that's, man, I got you. And you might be like, I'm good. Nah, I got you. I got you. You got to keep people around like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the uncomfortable conversations are one of the main factors of why things doesn't, you know, work out or fallouts, because people don't want to hear the truth. And
Right.
even when you tell people the truth, Tay, I've been on the side of when you tell somebody the truth, they be like, yeah, tell me the truth. And when you say it, oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
because that's not the truth they want to hear. You know that already. They
but
think you're
I
gonna be a
mean,
yes man.
you can't say, oh, I want you to be 100% honest, and I want you to be very truthful. And then if I go that route with you, you can't be like, what? Like, I can't believe you just said, well, what you want me to do? You want me to lie? And
I
of
Well,
course,
think
you already made it clear you're gonna
look, I don't know
lie
why I said
for
that,
sure.
but
I was about to say, I think the delivery too. I think the delivery of the truth is very important because you can say the truth and still be wrong at the same time. Because you can, like the truth, some people take telling the truth and being mean and disrespectful as one and the same. And that's something I had to learn. But it's like your tone matters, what you tell people matters, how you go about it, because at the end of the day, you can be right and wrong, and that has been me more than a few times. I have
I
been
think
very right,
Yeah,
I
and
think
I have
all of
said
us.
story of my life, real
I
talk.
reread it or like thought about it and been like, you didn't have to say that.
Right.
Yep, and that be
I
me.
mean, yeah, I think we all been in that position before. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like, you know, just I like that. You gotta know how you deliver the truth, and I hate to say it, you might have to word it a different way so they can understand it without being disrespectful or anything like that. But a lot of people just avoid the uncomfortable conversations. That's just plain and
I mean,
simple.
until I went to therapy, I would not avoid it with people that I wasn't super close with.
Mm-hmm.
But like the people I cared about the most, I avoided the uncomfortable conversations with, because I'm not a person that when we get into a heated conversation afterwards, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean X, Y, and Z. No, I meant everything I said in that conversation.
Every single thing.
So with therapy, I had to learn how to address the uncomfortable conversations with the people that I cared about most, because I knew my delivery will make you, I'm not talking to her again. She gotta go. So I had to learn how not to be scared of upsetting the people I care about. Because I'm also a softie. Even though I'm so straightforward, I'm also the first one to be like, my bad, come back. I'm sorry.
Right.
And that's with friends, family, relationships. I don't like conflict, which is crazy, because if in the outside world, I don't like conflict, but I'm the first one to be like, I don't like this. This gotta go. They pissing me off. It's just
Yeah.
hard with the people you love, because they just so precious to you until they piss you off.
Life is
I ain't gonna
short.
lie. I think I'm the opposite. I just handle everybody. No matter family, friend, foe. I gotta say what I gotta say, and that's how it's gonna come out. Now I've matured to know that I have to handle certain situations a different way, and sometimes I have to go about things a different way. But those who really know me, they know I'm gonna say it. It's gonna come out, and I meant it how I said it. I ain't cutting no corners with it. I'm not even going like laugh and kiki to try to play it off. Like I'm very straightforward. Like me and one of my closest friends kind of didn't see eye to eye about how a situation went down. And like I felt like what she did was disrespectful. And I called her out on it. I'm like, okay, so let me ask you this before we get here. Is this where we at with it? Just let me know. So I know going forward how we're gonna handle this accordingly to how we're presenting right now. And guess what? When we had that conversation, she came back like, no, it wasn't like that. Okay, because you know how I am and you know how we can get. So to avoid us getting left, because once we go left, there's no coming back. I'm not one of those that I'm allow you to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, and I'm gonna let it slide. I'm one of them. I don't mind being alone. I don't mind being by myself. I feel like in my mind, I don't need friends. Now, I would like you around. I would love to have you around. I would love to have this relationship, this friendship, this familyship. But I can't allow you to do something, and I'm gonna just be okay with you messing over me or feeling like you crossed the line with me because I'm gonna respect you, you respect me. You're not gonna always see eye to eye, but let's meet at some point to say, hey, we're here. And that's the way that you go about it. Sometimes it's not about being disrespectful, but sometimes you have a person know like, don't play with me. I'm not that person. We not that group. So let's not do that. And when you get to that point, it works out. A person either gonna respect it or
But I also feel like with that point, you've gotten to a point where it's not about being right. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, even with healing. And I learned this, unfortunately, my therapist. My therapist, like a couple sessions in, pissed me off so bad. Shout out to Jesse, that's my therapist. But you can't always want to be right. Sometimes it's about just finding a solution. Like you hear them, they hear you. And he told me that because one day he had me.
Hold up, Ghost. Can you repeat that again? Say that one more time.
Which part?
Say that
it's not
one
all,
more time.
it's not always about being right.
Hey, I need you to put that down at the top, at the ticker, at the bottom. I need that, bro. Say that one more time, Ghost. Say that
It's
one
not
more time.
always about being right. Sometimes you just really gotta hear each other. Okay, you feel that way, I feel this way. How can we fix this? And I'm saying this as a person that struggles with that a lot, and sometimes I just gotta snatch myself and be like, hey, that's not the end goal. Because if you know that you want this person, whether it's a family member, friend, or relationship in your life in the long term, and what you arguing about really won't matter in say 10 days, 10 years, 10 months, at some point you got to be like, all right, let's just get to where we can come to a conclusion and get to the bottom of it. My therapist literally made me write out everything that's within like the last 5 years, everything that somebody had did to me, right? And so I go into the session with my notebook and I'm ready to talk about it. And I'm telling him what they did, and he was like, so what did you do? And I'm like, hold on, that's not what this is about.
that part.
And I was right in the situation. He was like, okay, you was right, but like, what did you do? Why are you asking me that? And he was focusing on what I did to show me that sometimes it's not about just them being wrong, but how you can be better. And to this day, I tell him all the time, I almost didn't go back to therapy after that. But I had already paid for it, so I had to go back to the
I know
next
that's
session.
right. That 150 hit different. I know it.
Oh, God.
You hear that thing? That was just like poetry. It don't have to be right. Just gotta find a solution. You hear that, Tay?
I'm right, you wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No, I'm sorry. We're not. That was poetry. That was beautiful.
Is
You know-
that what you live by, Sean?
Huh?
Is that what you live by?
Man, look. When it
No.
comes to
Like,
me,
no, in a world,
no,
we
no. You
in
said
a world,
women
we
are
love to
always
preach.
right.
But for me, I'm gonna keep it a bill with you. I'm gonna sit up here and tell you what I did, how I am. I'm gonna keep it a bill.
I just told you it was a hard lesson for me. My therapist, he almost didn't see me again, but I went back.
But you
Yeah.
went back though.
Like-
but with
like-
me,
You know
there
how
was
hard
no-
that was? It was the money.
Like-
I had already paid it.
Like, we could get on here and preach about it, but the thing is, the reality is how hard it is to really act up on it. Like, I've had conversations with people and like they'll say something, and normally, I ain't gonna lie, normally I'm going off quick. But lately, when people been saying stuff, I just be like, okay. And they go, what's wrong with you? You all right? That wasn't the response I was looking for. Because you get to a point where it's kind of like some things are not worth the fight. And the things that are worth the fight, I want to spend my energy on that. The things that are not worth the fight, I don't really have the energy for it. And I'm okay with it.
Okay. I'm gonna stick by what Ghost said. You don't always have to be right.
I'm
Just
not
find
disagreeing with that. That is the truth.
Oh
I
no. I don't want you to disagree with it. I want you to understand it. I want you to get
I
it
do.
like
It's not that I don't understand it.
I want you to
But
get it on.
She just don't follow it. You, cause
Yeah,
sometimes
the
you can
reality
understand
is
and not do it.
No, go. I'm not letting this go. I am never letting
She
this go.
just said she
said
struggle
that
with it. So that's
she's
making it
always
clear.
right.
Like, it's not
I ain't
an
gonna
easy
lie.
thing to do.
She got to get that framed, and I want that framed and pictured, and I want you to look at it every morning. And
How
just say,
about you
don't
get it?
have to argue with it. I'll get it.
How
Because
about
I'm
you order it?
I admit when I'm
I'm
wrong.
gonna make sure it's right back here.
I got you. No problem. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it for
Right
you.
here.
I'm gonna get it for you.
Go ahead and get it.
For you.
Make sure it's
Zig,
framed nicely.
I got you.
I wish Zig could put
Zig,
it behind me right now.
Yo,
what's up, big dog?
what's good, big dog? How you doing?
I'm doing
Right
good.
here.
I want to get to the comments. We want to show our viewers some
Oh,
love.
yeah.
They have a lot of comments, so let's catch up on these
Get
comments.
a lot of comments. Also, speaking of comments in our community, across all platforms, we have over 50 and maintain over 50 active viewers right now. I know everyone is on different platforms right now, but if you do not mind, please make sure you follow our guest, Ghost, on the ticker below at the places that we send you at. And also make sure you follow on our YouTube channel. Let's Hash It Out podcast. So definitely
Right.
appreciate that, and definitely appreciate our guest Ghost joining us today.
Thank you.
So let's see what comments we got, man. Green SP, shout out to my bro from the gaming industry, Green. He says, I'm a Taurus, so I'm always right.
Green.
Oh, there we go with the horoscope stuff again.
Shout
Sean.
out
I'm
to
an
you,
Aquarius.
Green. I'm a
What's
Scorpio.
up, Green?
Oh,
Shout out. Damn.
I mean, I'm a Leo.
but oh my God.
Hold up.
Hold up, there you go.
All right,
Oh my
before
God.
we're starting a whole nother comment. What is up with if I say I'm a Scorpio? God
That's
dang.
how you
My
Look,
mother and my
Look at that.
father are both Scorpios.
that's a good icebreaker conversation. No matter where you go, be like, what's your signs? You
Yeah,
get
I'm an
everybody
Aquarius.
talking.
Yeah,
I don't
because
follow.
I'm a Gemini.
See, look
I
at
love
it.
Geminis. I love all
I'm a-
18 personalities.
Sean, look, see?
I'm a Gem.
I'm telling y'all, I love Lion Libras and Geminis.
Not
'cause
Lion Libras.
That's what I call them. They be lying, but it be
That's what I'm
coming
saying.
true. And
Man,
then
Scorpios are the worst,
Geminis have 18 personalities, and I love it. Like
She
it's
says
something
she
about
loved
that.
it.
I love how they have. You never know who you're gonna wake up to.
You don't
As an
know how I'm
Aquarius,
coming.
I like the unexpected.
Look what you started, Green.
You don't know how
Right.
I'm coming.
And
Scorpios are just
here we go.
honestly, you know what? I
here we
used
go.
to a long time ago. I used to think
there you go.
Scorpios were the worst zodiac sign, and then I dated a Leo for 3 years.
See, Leos had the longevity though. See that?
They look
Y'all
at
be sleeping on
Scorpios.
these Leos.
Man,
No,
Scorpios are
dude,
the
never. A Leo man, never, ever. No shades, never.
Damn.
I never do it again.
Hold up, I was like, wait, hold up.
No shade, I never do
man.
it again.
And never again.
My homeboy's in the chat. What's up, Bryce? He is a Scorpio. Y'all good people. As
Man, what's
far
good,
as, like,
Bryce?
friends,
What Bryce said? Let's see.
Chill hard, 11.
The
Oh,
one
chill
that-
hard,
the
man.
one
What's
that
good?
gave the
What's
real
good,
statement.
dog?
The Scorpios are the realest. We are. I don't
My
see
mama,
what-
she a real one.
What's up, T?
Yeah, but you describe Tay to the fullest. You say 18
Uh-oh.
different personalities. Gemini, a puppeteer,
I love that.
a lover, a good friend, business mind.
Tay, like, all right.
You
keep
know how
going.
exciting that is? You wake up and you never know who it is.
You don't
Right.
know.
She might wake up tomorrow and play with people.
It's like
hearts.
a one night stand every night.
The puppet. That's.
But see,
the-
as an
That's
Aquarius, we like the
crazy.
thrill. We're so weird and we like the thrill that and so nonchalant about everything. It's like all the personalities is just
When
like,
is your
well,
birthday?
January 30th.
I'm gonna have to date somebody around there to see what it's like.
You about to do something.
It's a good pairing.
I ain't
It's a
never
great
had one of
pairing.
them.
I have had an Aquarius man, and I wouldn't do it for me because we were the same person.
Right. And that's how it is.
No.
I'm a Gemini. I dated a Gemini. So the fact that I understood him so well, I hated it. Like other people didn't get it, but I'm just like, this is me and a man. I hate it.
Oh my, that was me.
What
Yeah.
y'all think about this? What y'all think about this comment? Sean wanted me to bring up some comments from Kirsten. Shout out to Kirsten. She says, I think that's where we go wrong. We get into relationships with these preconceived ideas of what we think it should be and get disappointed when certain people don't meet those expectations.
I mean, in my mind, I believe that no one can ever sit up here and tell me they've never went into a relationship or started dating someone and you didn't have any expectations.
Mhm.
Like when you start to talk to somebody, I say me as a female, I go to imagining how it's gonna be. Like I go into this trends of like, oh, we gonna be like this, and we gonna do things like this, and his vibe is gonna be like this.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it be like,
Zig,
this nigga ain't nothing like
The
I-
puppet master.
Zig. That's all that is to me. That's what that sounds like.
I really think, but on her, I think the problem is people come in as their representative. They come in as a robot. They're representative. We all do it. The first few months, I say up until the 3
The
months.
honeymoon phase.
The 3 month, you have a robot because you slowly learn people. And so I feel like the one thing I had to learn in relationships is that it's always changing. A person is always changing. And
Yep.
so you got to keep almost falling for that person. But at the same time, sometimes y'all had plan A. And by the time you get to 6 months, plan A is no longer working because they not that person or they was lying about who they were. And now all your expectations or plans are gone. You know, or they start changing, you not changing with them. And then all of a sudden, y'all no longer match, or you might be
Yeah.
changing. It's
That's
just,
it.
or
That's
y'all
it.
paths just literally might separate. And I think if we can notice it and act on it when it happens, instead of knowing that, oh, all of a sudden the expectation is not the same, and you keep trying to force that expectation instead of talking about it and seeing if y'all can get to a conclusion, that's where we go wrong. Because you can see
Yeah.
that Benny or Sheila, I don't know why I came up with the
Not
names
Benny.
there. Benny and Sheila, you can see that they went from talking to you all day to now they work 12, 16-hour shifts and y'all not talking. And you trying to force them to communicate instead of just being like, hey, when we first started talking, this is what you started, so I expect it. Understand you working, how can we fix it? Whole time now for 6 months, you done been mad because they at work. Be like that.
I mean, it be like that. What you
That's,
think?
that's
Tay?
real life. I done been there.
I think some people would be afraid to evolve too as well because they're so comfortable into that environment that they've been in for months. And that's a tough thing to ask somebody to say, oh, I like you, but I need you to evolve, especially if you're really interested into that person and they not wasting time with all that man, what's your favorite color and your favorite move? That's high school shit. What do you have going on? Like, what do you have that's going to better me or better us? Like, we're talking about investments and we talking about your interests and goals in life that maybe I can help you with, you know what I'm saying? Or we compatible. You have to be willing to evolve and get out that foreign territory of, or at least take that risk to say, I'm not afraid. Take that risk. It ain't gonna hurt. I mean, at the end of the day, hey, if it fails, it fails. But at least you can say I gave it my all. You know what I'm saying? Don't be
Right.
afraid to evolve. You know what I'm saying? And I guess if you've been single or if you just, like some people say they want to be alone, that's totally fine. But at some point, when you find somebody and you get to talking and you get to understanding their life's point of views and how they want to do things, okay, now this person is not with that typical let's chill. None of us, I'm just saying, Tay, Ghost, y'all at the age now, y'all get approached by any man. Y'all don't want that, well, let's just chill or can I come over? That's negative. I already know that off the rip. I'm just saying.
Do you pay?
Right. I'm just saying. So if you're trying to go and be with this woman and you know what type of time you should already know just by that first conversation. Yeah, I can't do that with that particular woman. I gotta show her like, all
but
right,
that's just like, once again, we had this conversation before. A lot of people try to date people that are not in their bracket. Like, everybody seems like they want somebody that's a little higher up than what they are. And I feel like most people, like I said in the beginning, they like a challenge. They like something that they felt like they was never capable of getting. So you appreciate it more when you get it. It's just like a toy. As a child, I want this doll. I want this doll. I want this doll. When you get it, it's like, I got it. Like,
but then once you get it, after
once
a while,
you get it
it's
and
gone.
you fool with it, that's a wrap.
I was about to say, because
Exactly.
I think when it comes to people, like especially men, I think men love themselves a lot more than women at times, because men can be homeless. A man can be homeless, got one outfit, and if he want a woman that makes six figures, he is not going to stop until he finds that woman with six figures. He's not going to date nobody else. He's going to stand on that. Versus women sometimes, and when I say love themselves a little bit more, I mean like men will stick to their standard and literally could have a chair in their living room and that's it. And they gonna swear they deserve a six-figure woman with everything that's gonna let them stay at home, and they gonna find it. Versus a woman will, I want this, but let me take this off. Let me take that off. I feel like women give men a lot more grace than men give women. Because if that homeless man want Oprah, he's going to go get Oprah, and that's it. The delusion be jumping out, but it be working for him. So I don't know.
That's a fact. And then when Oprah asks for a Gucci bag, then he confused.
What multiverse is this?
Man, I've seen it.
Oh,
what multiverse is this? What's
Sean,
woman that's
here we go.
Somebody that's homeless.
Sean, but I'm just saying, we just had this conversation.
Who wants that?
Last season.
A lot of men take their trash bags to women's house and never leave.
That part.
I get that part, but
that's a form of homelessness. They take that trash bag and PlayStation everywhere.
But, so you actually think in today's society a woman is going to just the
unfortunate part is a lot of women now are heading the household. A lot of women now are holding it down.
I agree with that. And like I said, for y'all, y'all can get, man, y'all can go to the
grocery store. A lot of women are playing build a kin. Like, yes.
That's the problem.
Build a kin.
Yeah, so they playing build a man, not build a bear. Yes.
I don't know what these men at that they be dealing with.
I don't know what these men at. I mean, I don't.
No, we unicorns. Sean.
We have it hard, T. I don't know what we meet six-figure women and we homeless.
Well, look what we at.
But y'all, right? But y'all can just go to the grocery store, hair tied, no makeup on, little pajama pants, just like that. A snap of a finger.
That is true.
That's true. Don't sit up there and say
I
that's
look
a
at
little
myself
bit.
And I'd be like, I know he's not trying to holler at me like this. Ain't no way.
You could probably, if you step outside just the way you are right now and go to a bar, I bet you grab 2 sugar daddies.
Who, me?
Both of y'all.
He said both of y'all.
Sean, I have on a hash it out hoodie.
What the
orange
hell does
shirt
that
with no
supposed to
mesh,
mean?
nothing under it, and some
we
black
go.
shorts.
That's facts.
Once again,
Downtown BR. That's definitely facts.
Once again, you
Thank
step
you.
outside
Thank you.
and go to a bar. I guarantee you come back and tell us, I got me a sugar daddy.
Especially the right time between like 5 and 8. Perfect time for
Don't
anybody
sit-
that
Don't sit up
needs.
there and give me that look, Tay, because I know you just said you like a challenge. So that's a challenge for you.
I didn't say I wanted a slow challenge.
That's a slow challenge?
Yeah, old man.
Okay.
What's old? What's old? What's
What's
considered
old?
old?
Because you said me and Zig are old, and I'm 36, and Zig is about 35. So what's old to you? So
Well, y'all know I'm 26. So anything over 35 is a little older.
I'm 29, 36, 37-ish, just getting up there. And then I'm 29 with no kids. So I don't want to be trying to make a family and you 40.
Exactly.
Bruh.
I get it.
right, bruh.
I get it.
I guess, man. If
You
really
trying to
think
run
it's
behind the
easy for-
kids, everything hurts.
So,
Man,
so if 36 is considered ancient,
I'm not
Bro,
saying it's ancient.
what is these
it
people
seems
that's
like
like?
36. It seems like 36 is the new 70. That's crazy.
I
the
mean, I
hell?
didn't even. I heard that too, Kentrell, but I was gonna let it slide.
Right. That's wild, man. That's wild.
Not
Oh.
T laughing at y'all.
The truth about a Roni.
What I want to point out something Chill Hard 11 said, Zig.
Chill Hard. All right, let's pull up Chill Hard 11. They say if you care about that person, you're gonna adjust to the circumstances, long as the effort and committing to your word.
I would say that's more of a woman than a man. A
Oh.
woman will. I don't think a man will. I
You have
think
a
a
rebuttal to that, Sean?
I don't think a man will.
I'm
You
not a
don't
man,
think a
so I
man-
don't know.
You don't
Yeah,
think a
bro.
man can adjust?
I think
That's
a
what you
woman
think?
will adjust before a man adjusts.
I guess it depends on that particular person. It depends. I think men out here can adjust to what a woman is putting to the table or what she's asking of that man. Now it depends. Like I guess it depends on the willingness of the adjusting. You know what I'm saying? Are you still gonna play games? Are you still gonna waste this person's time? If that's what you mean, Tay, then I guess I can agree with that. But if a man really wants this woman, he's going to adapt. He's going to adjust. But
I don't know.
it
I don't
all
know.
boils down
I'm
to
not saying that he's not. I'm just saying it's more likely that a woman will adjust before. I feel like a woman is she's more willing to make those changes and adjust before a man is. I feel like men are stubborn. Men
I
are,
think women are.
this
I think
is me
women are
and I
stubborn
gotta
too.
love you to change this.
I think women think
Once
the same
again,
way.
like the comment says, it depends on what they're adjusting to. Like some men are like, no, I'm not.
I think
I'm
some
not
women
doing
are
it.
stubborn. Some women are stubborn too.
And I'm
I'm
not
stubborn.
denying that, but I feel like I don't think I'm the most stubborn.
I'm stubborn.
Control said that's cap.
That right.
You don't know.
What if I come to you and say I need affection and I need you to adjust to that? What's the issue? You adjusting? Come on. Let's talk
D
about it.
laughing at you, bro.
Well, I'm not affectionate, so you know that part. Right
That's
there
why
is
I
not
laugh,
like,
because
Don't be
Hey.
doing all that.
Now somebody
got
might
time for
say
all that
you
this
might
and
meet
time.
somebody. He might be like, "Hey, I want
so then
hug. I want
he's
touch."
going to have to adjust because unlike
You're
most
gonna have
in
to
the
adjust as well.
no. In the
No.
beginning, I have this conversation, and I'm
No.
very open and honest to say
My bad, Tay, here you go.
being affectionate is not going to be the biggest thing. So if that's going to be a problem for you, hey,
But no, we gotta adjust. Maybe you should adjust, Tay.
but
Just a little bit.
but in the beginning, I'm already saying like that's a hard no.
You gotta adjust.
No, that's in the beginning. If I'm telling you, if you're saying, hey, like, what is it that you like? What are you into? What do you like to do? And he hit the because I'm very affectionate. Up. Let's back up.
But don't we have to? But y'all just said we have to learn to make adjustments. We have to try different things.
Yes,
maybe,
but
you know?
but it depends on what you're willing. Once again, what you're willing to adjust.
Okay, so what if he's adjusting to that demand, which I look at as a demand? What if he's adjusting and everything is going smoother and y'all dating for 2-3 years? When does the adjusting happen on your part?
That's just one simple thing that I say no to.
I'm just saying one thing. That's not the overall denominator. I'm just saying that's just the one thing.
But what I'm saying is you can't go on just one thing. If I've already made it clear this is my personality, this is how I am. If you want to be with me, that should be something that you respect. Now, there are some other things that me and you might get into an argument and you don't like the way I handle it or address it. And we sit at the table and like, hey, I didn't like that you handle me like this. Can we do this a different way going forward? Or, XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3, that's totally different. But if I'm coming into you in the beginning saying, this is me, this is my personality, I should have to adjust that. And if you feel like I should, we're not
comment.
Yeah, I like that comment. That's a tickle.
Chill. Man, who is chill hard? They cooking.
I don't know, because that I agree with 100%.
Cooking. Go ahead and read it, bro.
A man come with some non-negotiables. Oh man, we going to walk. It's straight up. You got to change. Y'all come with that laundry list of negotiables.
See, I think that part of healing is learning what your non-negotiables are and what you'll adjust to. But part of non-negotiables is boundaries. Now, as a woman, sometimes it's outrageous and you have to kind of pick and choose. Is it really a non-negotiable? Like, when you really sit down and look at your list, is this really a non-negotiable? I think that a lot of people who are unhealed don't know their non-negotiables. They don't know what they can really deal with and what they can't deal with. So they picture this dream fantasy life that probably exists nowhere. So healing helps you figure out what non-negotiables are. And all that really is you setting boundaries. I can't deal with this. I know I can't deal with it. I think it's crazy for some people to get mad at somebody else's non-negotiables, because if they're telling you, hey, I can't deal with this or I'm not going to change, and you dive head first and a year later you mad and they done already told you, that's insanity. If it's something that changed over time, then okay, it's something that can be discussed. But if you know from jump they're not going to do it, find somebody that will. There's so many people on this earth.
Exactly. And when I say don't touch me, and I stand on it.
But I do think women gotta heal to learn what real non-negotiables and boundaries are. That's why they list be so long.
Yeah, I got you. So Tay, when you say "don't touch me" in terms of a partner, you don't want your partner touching you. That's kind of.
I don't want to sit there and hold hands and hug all day and kiss. I don't want to.
Nobody's doing that all day. Like, what do you?
But I'd be feeling like that's what people do, especially like in a cupcake. And I don't want no part in your mind to feel like I'm going to be, because I'm not. I just
was wondering, don't touch me. I'm like,
sitting on our couch watching a movie. I don't have to lay under you and watch it. I could watch it from that part of the couch. We don't have to be under each other. I like.
And so at no point during the movie you don't.
So
I'm just trying to understand what Tay is meaning by this. I'm not trying to,
Right. I'm just trying to say. So you go to the movie theaters. He sits at the bottom and you sit at the top.
He got such a story to tell for everything.
You see it. It's always. It's always some off the wall stuff.
You give him an inch, and Sean give you 7 miles worth of a story.
We're in the movie theater, and there are 2 seats, and there's an armrest between the 2 seats. We can keep the armrest down. Just lean on it. You ain't gotta be all in all that.
I'm affectionate, but nonchalant at the same time.
Okay. Okay. Zig, we got a lot of comments because Tay just wow.
So I'm just trying to see at what point so at the wedding they said this is your man, you're a man and wife. They gonna fist bump? What we doing?
We gonna fist bump.
Gotta dap them up.
That was good, dog. Yeah.
We have a secret hand.
What if they got that baby face playing on the dance floor, or Teddy Pendergrass, and your man
gonna dap him up?
No, the first dance ain't no first dance.
Dap you up. All right, and I'm just to leave her ass right where she at too. get the hell out of it.
Dang,
Man,
listen,
man, no, man, that's wow.
She
Look,
said, "Hey,
she don't care." Man, look, man.
Because in the beginning, I tell this is not like a man date me for a few months to a year,
And
and
she's
he's
switching
just
up on him.
like,
She said
"Dang,
she
you
like
don't
this."
want to." No, I tell you in the beginning, like, "Hey, this is me. This is who I am."
I respect her, Tay. This is no problem.
They got no choice but to.
I'm
That
not gonna lie to
part.
her. See, I'm not affectionate until I am. It's like a switch that flips, and I'm trying to work on it. Because in the beginning, when I'm dating, I'm kind of like, "Hey, we ain't got to do all that touching, hugging." But then the minute the delusion kicks in, and I decide, you know what?
Not the delusion.
Yeah,
Because I be fake delusional, not gonna lie. But then the minute the delusion kicks in, all of a sudden, let's hold hands, let's hug, let's lay up under each other on the couch. But like it literally happens one day. You never know. So I'm out the blue. Here I am, affectionate.
Them butterflies might come into your stomach, Tay, and voila.
It's
Grab
not
it.
happening
that's
with her.
just
Look at her
gas.
face.
I don't
Look
think
at
it's
her face.
butterflies. Just like
Look, she don't even like flowers.
They die.
Oh,
flowers
So
is
Sean,
just a look. It's
Sean,
not
it's like,
like
what can we do?
nothing.
We walking on
Nothing.
eggshells.
So from now on, I'm gonna just bring nothing.
But
Like
okay, I've
pay for
asked this
dinner,
question.
and that's
What's the man equivalent to flowers?
I don't know. Just I think flowers is just something that
no.
Like if we wanted to
He's
do something
asking if
nice
a
for a
woman
man,
wants to do something nice for a man, what would
Yeah.
it be? Like you would get
That's
a
a good
woman.
question.
Oh, well, shit. I can just speak for myself. I can't speak for every man, but shit, just bring me Jordans for shoes.
Please. Ain't nobody about to
Ooh.
walk up to the door with a box of shoes like this. Try again.
that's not the equivalent to flowers.
It is. To me, it is.
Because the flowers is $18 for
What flowers you going to buy? For a date? What flowers
What flowers you buying? $18.
when you
What
go run in
flowers are you
Walmart and
buying?
get them little flowers.
No, ain't no
And
$18.
you not going to a flower store.
How
You
you
can't
know?
tell me that.
I might have flowers delivered.
Like
Okay,
I don't
Mr.
think that I
He
can't
must
pick
be
the
Mr.
flowers out my
$200
garden.
date then. Okay, Mr. $200 date. That's
I don't know
him.
about that now. And matter of fact, hold up. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought
That's a
that
good
up.
question.
Bro.
Though. I like.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. Cause Zig, we gotta go to a commercial break.
Okay.
I need everybody to, because I'm glad you brought that up. Because I gotta start up conversation before we get to our next topic with that $200 date stuff. Go to a commercial, go Zig. Oh yeah, you started something.
But still, what is your equivalent of
I just told you.
So
Me,
so that's your
Jordans is not equivalent to flowers.
to me
Please.
it is.
No,
You're
it is not.
For our first
It's
date?
not.
You sitting at the top of the road of movie theater and he's at the bottom. That's your leave me alone.
I probably don't even know your shoe. I don't even know your shoe size on the first date, and you want to bring
That
some
part.
Jordans? All right.
That part.
Hey, just keep the receipt.
I would have respected you more if you'd have been like a little Nike bag or something.
Some
Straight to
cologne,
Jordan.
like.
You might not know the cologne I like.
My favorite having a
What if they bring you Team Jordans? Now you mad?
Nah, I'm just giving back.
But my thing is, it's as simple as sitting down having a conversation and she bringing your favorite candy, like something like that.
Zay,
Hey, fellas, y'all answer Ghost question on our commercial break. What is the guys? All the fellas in the chat. What is y'all's equivalent?
Great question,
to flowers?
Great question.
I tell you one thing, ain't none of them comment. They in here watching, none of them comment because nobody has a real legit answer.
We're not used to nobody asking us nothing like that.
We're not used to getting anything.
Everybody brain is like
it's all about the woman on the first date. It ain't about us.
God,
it ain't about us.
I was excited
from the screen.
Y'all asked what we wanted.
Oh, we ask y'all on the date. Y'all don't ask us on dates, so it's all about y'all. Why
I don't have a problem asking a man out on a date.
I'm sure you are.
I ain't too proud to beg.
Not begging.
It's the challenge.
I can't see
it's the challenge.
Yeah,
they're not gonna get
say,
me on
love,
that
you
team
think I can
begging.
see you this weekend? Yeah.
Stop. Now you're just putting up a front.
I'm trying to
What's
tell
up,
you.
Cobalt? So if you gotta
trying to
give
tell
her
you.
flowers, get a bouquet and stick a plastic rose in there. That way the rose don't wilt.
Wow.
Would y'all be mad if someone gave y'all fake flowers?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
You said
I mean, for me, I don't mind to have. I don't really care to have real ones. So a fake one really gonna piss me off.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna keep it.
Wow.
Well,
Like,
Chill
you
said
have to-
if y'all
you would
pay
have
for
to
the date,
tell
this
me-
answer.
Y'all would have to tell me something cute,
Hey.
like I'm rocking with you until this last flower die. It ain't gonna never die. It's fake. You gonna have
Get out of here with that. Sid, go to commercial, bro.
I like that.
Bro.
I like that. I gotta put
Get
that
out of
in
here,
my
man.
Shut it down.
The
Yeah,
haircut one is
commercial,
good.
bro.
The haircut is good.
Man,
And they talk about, man, Tay be spitting game, bro. Talking about some.
I do. I
Pussy
told
though.
y'all I got game like EA. Y'all don't be listening to me
The
though. I'm telling
puppeteer.
y'all.
The
She
puppeteer.
Game like EA is crazy.
Right.
Every time a new game come out, I'm playing it. Got it.
Well, Green said if she bomb a game. He like
See,
games.
every man different. He said the game, haircuts.
We can't play games. They said we
Games is
childish.
just as equivalent as a Jordan.
These games, I know.
Y'all games are expensive.
Ain't nothing but like 60. Y'all nails are expensive, and that's 120 to 150, give or take.
Sean, we
That's
can't do
facts.
nothing, though.
Like
Yeah.
I just paid 102.
We know.
The
We
haircut
know.
is nice though. I thought about the haircut because I
Okay.
asked this question recently. The haircut is
Pay
nice.
pay for a
Yeah.
cut.
That's cool.
All right.
Okay.
But I don't mind paying for a date. Like the comment says, pay for a date. I don't mind
Yeah.
paying.
Well,
I
you
don't
a
mind being
unicorn.
like, hey, I got it this
You're a
time.
unicorn, T.
Well, guess what? You in the multiverse, because
I would pay
that
for
don't
it.
happen until probably
Well,
after
both of
the
y'all,
eight,
y'all in
the 8 date.
y'all a rare breed. From
No,
what
it's
I've
just
been hearing.
people. It's just people don't date the right people, or you automatically put a person in this ball to like. Cause like a lot of people when they originally see me, they'll think I'm stuck up. I don't act like that. I'm a regular.
You're a puppeteer. I'm not gonna lie though. I didn't have women pay for dates before though. I'm not gonna sit up here in front, so I'm not gonna sit
Heathen.
up.
You
Why
light
would you do
skinned.
that?
Huh?
That part.
You're light skinned. Come on now. We
You
know
vegan.
that.
Why would you do
We
that?
know that.
Wow. Okay.
I can't believe Sean got a. Bro,
Sid,
it's
go to
over with now,
commercial,
though.
bro. We need a commercial, bro.
I'm sorry, y'all. My AC broke. I'm cooking right now, y'all.
You
I'm
are.
sorry.
See that?
That light. I see it.
That light burn.
Y'all better not ever say I don't rock with y'all. All right,
All
y'all.
right.
I'm trying to find the button to go to commercial. Here we go.
Not you can't even go to commercial. That's
Bro.
crazy. The
'Cause he
tech
It's
guy.
crazy out here.
He doesn't know. He just baffled by all these answers from you, Tay.
No, he's not. He's
I ain't
hot.
never heard Tay talk like this. I thought
Hot. Real hot.
she was a unicorn.
She's not.
Zigga the Beast, and before we get started with today's show, make sure y'all head over to YouTube. Make sure you click that subscribe button, turn it from red to gray, and make sure you also click that bell icon right next to it to be notified whenever we go live.
All right. We back from a commercial break, a little short one. And ghosts. Before we get to this topic, because I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I seen something and a chick posted something that says a man should pay the minimum. Hold up, I gotta look this up. This shit baffled me. The bare minimum for everything, as far as breakfast, lunch. Peep this out, Zig. So let's just say you want to send your wife some money just out the blue. Hey, babe, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day.
Well, we already got joint account, so I mean, I
Well,
can't.
I'm just saying,
with
but you want to
yeah.
surprise her, and you be like, you want to surprise your wife, and you be like, look, babe, I got I'm gonna pay for lunch today. I sent you $30 for lunch. What would the response be for just saying if you was to do that? What would the response be?
Well, what you getting? Because you know I don't. It'd
No,
be
no,
a
no,
thousand
no.
questions.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying that's what.
If you sent that, to
Saying
your
what the
wife,
response is.
what is the response?
Questions.
No, if you send her $30 for lunch.
If you sent her $30, here, $30 for lunch. Treat yourself to lunch. I sent $30.
Oh,
What is the response?
what's this for? Thank you. I don't know. What answer you looking for? This girl different back here. I'm just trying to say, like, I'm probably might be the.
I'm trying to. What
If
I'm
you
getting
send
at
your
is,
so this is my question. Are you telling her, hey, this is $30 for lunch, or are you just sending
yeah,
her $30?
I'm just
That's
saying,
the question.
No, I'm saying, hey, this is $30 for lunch today on me.
And what would she respond to you, Z?
I don't know. Like, she'll just
Okay.
like, what answer you looking for, bro?
High key. I know the post he talking about. The girl
Yeah.
she sent it back. She was mad.
Well, no, because that's crazy. She said anything at $40 is unacceptable. So
Oh no, she's not gonna do that.
if you had to take her out, once again, she's speaking for herself and probably her friends or whatever like that. So for a man, I guess in today's society, you have to send a woman at least $400 to $800 for a wig and installment, probably more, right? You have to send a woman $300 for nails. You have to send a woman $80 for lunch. You have
What
to send
post
her
is this?
$50 for bruh. I be on
But I
Instagram
but I
and I be
also think
scrolling.
everybody is different. Like I had a person tell me, "Hey, order
Right.
yourself something and tell me how much it is." Like there was no cap. He was
That's
just like,
cool.
"Order what you want and tell me how
You
much
deal
my
with,
bill is."
oh, it
But
wasn't.
I think in society we have too much access to people because everybody want to be like the Instagram model or the social media famous person. That's the problem.
But really and truly,
Real,
honestly, everybody wants to be with that person too. Also,
like at the end of the day, the shit that happened on the internet is not real life.
It ain't.
It's
It ain't.
not real life. It'd be the
It ain't.
people in the comments talk about they wouldn't take under 40, they'll take 5.
I feel like if I'm sending you $20 for lunch, just say, man, that's nice.
If
Like
you want some extra added on top, like that's 20 I didn't have, send it.
and like and
that
once
part.
again, I understand it. You know, whatever floats your boat. Like Tay said, she had somebody that say, just send me the bill. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's the stuff I be talking about with just in reality. And I know it's social media, and I don't take that stuff serious. Like you said, that type of stuff is not reality to me. That's them trying to keep up with Instagram models, and they seeing other women get treated better than them, so they feel like that's the standard.
But I
When
will
you're
say this before we move on. I will say this. It also depends on the person that you're dating because $20 to one person is not $20 to another. And this is an extreme example. He work at say McDonald's. $20 from him. Okay, cool. Like that's cool. He's a famous rapper. $20 from him, you out of pocket.
Right.
That's outrageous. Why would you send
Yes.
me? I'm not gonna lie. It matters from the person because it means more. Like $20 from McDonald's versus $20 from Future. Future, I'm about to turn you every which way but loose, and you about to touch every wall. Because why would you send me $20?
Right.
just like dating a drug dealer. A drug dealer shouldn't send you shouldn't send you less than $20.
Like,
I'm just saying. But I just found that
20 is not 20. 20
it,
is not
it,
20.
it's not, and I guess like
$20. So what you're telling me is $20 for someone who makes who's a millionaire. It's $20 to somebody who works
that's
minimum
2-3
wage
hours of his
jobs.
shift.
Yeah,
$20
like no,
$20
$20
for a
is not
millionaire.
$20.
Right.
Yeah.
$20 to someone who don't have it, let you know like he's willing to give you almost his last when he really don't have it to support you versus somebody who may have it that don't support you. That's just like when it comes to this podcast. You got people who sitting there that you feel like is your partner, y'all as cool as ever, family members, y'all cool as ever, that they scrolling on Instagram. They see every post we have, but they're not on here commenting. They're not even dipping in and out to see just to support. So it's the same thing. Like you have to hold people to a certain standard from how they support you and the support that you know that they can give. It's not about you donating $1 to me. At this point now, we need support and views. So it's little things like we need a like on YouTube. It's little things like that that you have to realize even when you're dating people. Like if you're dating somebody every day, they should be in here every other comment. That's how I look at it. Because they're supporting you and what you have going on. They need to be every time we get off here, hitting you up like, yeah, okay, let me tell you what you could do better here. Or let me tell you how you should do this next week. Or maybe y'all should work on this instead of that. Like it's little things like that that makes a difference with a person supporting you. So no, it's not always about the financial part of it, but you do want somebody that they're willing to give you and support you and do what they have to do to make sure that you're successful, you're happy, you're comfortable, and vice versa.
And the comment about putting value on their status and not the kindness of the individual, I just use that as an extreme example, but the thought behind the action is what I'm getting at. It means more because like that 20 to say Future, he didn't even think about it really. It was, oh well, that's like a kid asking you for $1. You just give it, you're not thinking about that dollar for real. Versus if somebody come to you and they need 500 right now, and you give it to them, you really like that's a really an act of I really, mess with you. I'm gonna give you this. And it's not just
Yeah.
about giving things, because it's certain things you do. Somebody taking an hour out of they work 16-hour shifts and they give you an hour of their day. That's a lot versus somebody that be sitting around all day and they can't even give you 5 minutes. It's just the thought behind the action.
Right. And I think Terrence Dunn said something about why does relationship values around money. Nowadays, bro, I don't think it values. I think just in general, people just with everything going around with this economy, I guess people don't want. You gotta just bring stuff to the table.
You gotta
Look,
pay to play.
you got right. That's what it is.
Marriage is a business contract. Let's be
There you
real.
go. That exactly. That's what that is. It is. That's what it
You
is.
take on when y'all become one. You take on every debt,
Exactly.
every child support payment, because at the end of the day, if they fall off, you gotta take care of them, and that's whether it's the man or the woman. Because once y'all get married and y'all start buying joint property and everything is in both of y'all name, it don't matter if they lose their job today. You gonna have to take care of it, and they gonna have to figure it out. Like,
Right.
It's not about relationships being based on money, but we gotta stop pretending like money and finances don't matter. It's very important, because
It is.
I need to see that credit score and the way you spend your money before we get married. Now, you can work on it, because you can have messed up credit or something happen and you trying to build, but as long as you're working towards better financial habits and you stacking, but then you got some people that no matter how much money they get, it goes down the drain because they don't have good financial habits. You need to know that before you get married.
And that's a big fact. And like I said, a lot of people base it off, well, you got to have money in order to buy this, that, and the third. No.
It's the habits.
It's the habits that somebody be like, well, damn, if I give you $25,000, what are you going to do with that $25,000? It ain't all about the material things. Can you take $25,000 and flip it and make that 25,000 into, I'm gonna just pop a number, 100,000? Can you make that money work for us instead of just saying I could buy you? I make money and I get Gucci and all that materialistic. Yeah, it's nice to have nice things. Don't get it twisted, but that's not what relationships should be based on. It's very important to have your financial situations intact. That's very important. I feel like that's another reason why things don't work, because people feel like you got to make a certain amount of money in order to whatever floats your boat. You got to know your lane. Like it always says, know your lane. If somebody's telling you got to earn a certain amount, that's up to you whether you're going to drive down that lane or just pull back.
Me personally, I worry about the habits because honestly, I'm blessed enough to live a life where I got a good skill set by itself, but I also have a lot of connections. And I've been in a situation where somebody had good financial habits, but the job they was at wasn't working. So made a phone call, boom, they got a better job. Now, we didn't work out, but he's still at that job. Shout out to him. But it's like, I'm the type where if I see you trying, I'll help. But I do like Terrence's comment where he said he don't hear many women talk about spending nothing on a man. I'm not gonna lie. Once I'm in that stage where we together and I really start to like you, I don't care. I would trick off on my man. He could say he like X. I'm one of those people where the person that I like, and I do this with friendships, if they say they like something and I really care about them, sometimes I'll just go, oh, let me go grab that because you mentioned that 3 weeks ago. Let me go take care of that because you mentioned it, yesterday that you couldn't do it. Let me go do it for you. But it's all about how much you care. I think women do it when they care enough, but a lot of these men be garbage. No shade at y'all, though. No shade at y'all. They don't deserve to give. A lot of these women be garbage because the women nowadays, I can't compete with them. Hey, man, they be doing anything. Literally. Anything
for some loose change.
I'm not even gonna throw shade at just the men. The women nowadays make it hard because what you don't accept, Keisha will.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm just speaking for myself. It's just in general, growing up, just that part of if I just started speaking to you, right, and real women are going to agree what I'm about to say. Any real woman is not gonna just off the rip after one conversation just say, "Oh yeah, you think you can help me out with 50, 100?" That right there is just, I'm sorry. Like, and I'm talking about the same day conversation. Like that right there is just like, no, like what the hell? Like, don't get me wrong. If I met that right woman or whatever like that, like you said, you have to be invested. That's an investment. That's how I look at shit. It's an investment. Investment of your time, your money, whatever the case may be. But that off the rip is a red flag. Just off the rip. First time talking, really trying to get to know it. Yeah, I got something going on with my light bill. You think?
So
No,
what if you've been talking to her for a minute?
All right, so what's a minute?
I mean, let's say you've been on her
Couple of
for
months.
5-6 months.
All right, so if we're talking a couple of months and you in a bind, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I haven't. Yes, if the vibes, especially if I feel like the vibes and everything is lining up and we on the same page, and I felt like, yeah, we getting to that point where we're dating and stuff like that, and we real cool and close. Yeah, if I'm able to, yes, I would. I don't mind doing that. Like, but at the same time, that's wild to me off the first rip of a conversation. That's weird to me, Tay. Like, hey, would you
No, I
like to
get
go?
you. No. That part I get it.
Yeah. But down the line, yes. I mean, if we're dating and we're hitting it off and everything is lining up, and even like what Go said, she might have paid for a couple of dates and vice versa, and we didn't hung out and met the family, and we
Right.
get to that bond. Yes, I will make sure, because at that point, I'm pretty sure you're my woman. So I'm gonna look out for you and you look out for me. It's a risky investment, but we all have done it before. Just like Go said, she helped somebody get a job. They're not together no more. They don't rock with each other no
We
more.
fell apart right after he got that job, and it had nothing to do with the
Wow.
job, no cap. But like I'm telling you, he got that job, and like 2 weeks later, we couldn't stand each other.
Right. But I mean, everybody goes through hardships, like especially if you meet that person and they trying, and that's the thing. If they trying everything and they very prideful, you might even say, man, I know that person going through it, and I'm not gonna keep bringing it up, but just let them know, hey, if you need me, I got you. I can testify to that. Like if I rock with you and we've been kicking it and we vibing, everything good, yeah, of course.
But
I'm
you
gonna make
gotta
sure
also do it without expecting. Like some people, and it's
do
the
things for
manipulation
things in
side.
return.
It's
Right.
the manipulation side. Because in relationships, or even when you date, you can't do anything with the honest. Like you gotta do it with an honest heart. You can't be doing it like, oh, I'm doing this only because I want you to like me, or you gotta be with me, or else it's a problem. Like,
Right.
Right. I mean, like I said, it all depends on the type of relationship you got with that person. So at the end of the day, that's kind of a choice that you have to make. Like I said, it's an investment, but if you really
a
rock with
risky
that
one.
person, it is. But once again, I'm the type of person that do things out of I do it because I have a big heart. I ain't gonna lie, I have a big heart. But
Tay
that
looking
could be a
like
gift
no.
that could be a gift and a curse. That could be. But at the same time, though, you have to just say to yourself, man, look, this person, I'm really feeling that person, and they look like they're in a jam, and I'm able to help. And don't do things if you're expecting things in return. I don't rock like that. I
Tay,
do
you ever
things,
paid a bill?
huh?
Tay, you ever paid a bill?
For a man?
I'll take that as a no. I'll take that as a no.
It was the way she was looking. I had to ask. She was looking like, excuse.
I don't know about that one.
Look,
I'm not saying if he came to me and said that he needed the help that I wouldn't, but I've never had to. I've never been in that position to do it.
right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like I said, everybody goes through something, and like I said, I don't do things to say, "Oh, you owe me this," or "Yeah, I expect this." Nah. If you're gonna do something for somebody, and I'm gonna leave this thought with y'all. If you do something for somebody, do it because you want to do it, and out the
It's in
kindness
your
of
heart to do it. Yeah.
It's in your heart to do it. Your blessings are gonna come in different fashion. It doesn't have to definitely come from that person. It could come through a job promotion, or just in general, your money just flourish. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, just do things because it's genuine and you're not expecting things. But I do agree with Ghost. A lot of people do things because they want things in return, or they can use that as leverage if y'all fall out to throw it back in your face. And that's the thing I don't like. Don't do stuff like that if you're
Women
gonna
bad
be
at
that
that.
type of person.
Women terrible at it. Don't let no woman pay your rent, because the minute y'all get into it, the whole world about to know she paid your rent
Oh,
and saved you from being homeless. And you better be thankful.
Because he was
I
broke.
was
He couldn't even have a roof over his head. I had to help him handle da.
women
Yeah.
terrible at that.
cold blooded. But
I see
I
why men don't ask.
But before we got a little time, about 20 minutes left before the show is over with. So I want to dive into this topic because I do think it's very interesting. So being a step parent or dating somebody with kids, I want to know, like, what are some of the ways that if you're dating somebody with kids, whether one or two, I'm gonna just say one or two kids, right? How are some of the ways that you can kind of get that blended family together without overstepping boundaries or doing too much, or even you just becoming a step parent? What are the dynamics of that? Like, how can you ease that transition, like to make it more comfortable as possible? So I'll start with Tay on this one.
That's crazy. I slept the last one as well, but okay.
I think Ghost cooking's for something, so I'm gonna let her.
So she can
think.
marinate, but I just gotta, flip the
You want me? You know
pan.
what? I'll start. So
Yeah, go ahead, Ghost.
for me, when it comes to the blended family, so I don't have kids. No.
Okay.
And I'm an only child.
Mhm.
So when it comes to a man with kids, I used to say no kids, but now my max, I would prefer one, maybe two.
Mhm.
Two is a stretch. Three is no. It's a no for me.
Okay.
I hope my husband don't have three kids because I'm never gonna find him. But I'm not.
You're gonna
But
miss your
it's just
blessing.
like I am, because that's a lot of kids, especially coming in depending on the age. Because you got to really establish like a good relationship with the male or the female that you're dating, and then easing into the kids. I feel like, for one, I'm not comfortable being around someone's kids in a dating situation until I've met the other parent. So if they don't have a healthy co-parenting relationship, it's a done deal right there. Because I feel like you should meet the other parent, let them know, figure out their boundaries. Because some people are weird about their kids, and it's not weird because I don't have kids, but they may not want them to eat this and that, do this and that. Sometimes dads don't care. So as a woman, you gotta talk to the mother, because she probably knows top to bottom X, Y, and Z what's going on. And then just being a person, I feel like initially you should just be a help. So step in if I'm gonna speak from a woman's point of view. Step in when he can't do something, help out, let them know that you're somebody that they can trust and come to. It's just hard dating people with kids and becoming a step parent, because when you really love that man, you have to love the kids as him. Because if you don't love the kids, then do you really even love him? Because those kids are not going anywhere. You're going to have to become a PTA mom at some point. You're going to have to start helping with homework. It's like you have to be committed to the children as much as him. And I think that's where people fall short, because they think the kids just accessories that come and go. No. Like, you got to accept the kids fully in order to be a good step parent. And I have a stepdad. And my stepdad really stepped into the father role. Like, I talk to him more than I talk to my real dad. Like, he checks on me. He acts like a real parent. And that's the thing. Even when you're a step parent, you have to act like a real parent. Like, that's your kid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tay, you want me to go, or?
I can go. I can air it out real quick. So, when it comes to being what you would consider a step parent or dating someone that has kids, originally you have to get the understanding of the boundaries. What's comfortable for who?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, when you deal with situations where people already have kids, the co-parenting there, depending on how good or bad it is, it's already toxic. So you coming in as a step parent or dating that parent, most of the time it's not going to be easy. You have a child that's probably already brainwashed that, hey, If your daddy bring you around somebody, but then also you have to have a co-parent situation that's healthy. For me, it took years. My son is about to be 4. It took years to get my co-parent situation pleasant enough to where I feel like, yes, when I come into the bar and I'm dating someone and it's serious, that we all need to sit down and have a conversation. But I'm the first person that if I am dating someone or dealing with someone, my question is, okay, does your co-parent know that this child is around me? Have y'all had this conversation? Y'all need to have that talk. Because me as a parent, I want the respect of my co-parent coming to me saying, hey, this is what I have going. And like I said, it's not necessarily for me about meeting them, but it's more so having an understanding. I have something serious going on in my life, and I'm going to present this to our son. It's a communication thing. It's not about somebody getting in your business. It's not about that. It's a respect thing. And in a lot of co-parent situations, it's so toxic as the co-parents, to anything additional added in, it's going to be a problem. It's not going to be an easy roll. It's going to be tit for tat, pity pat. That's just what it's going to be. But you have to get to that point where you can sit down and have a peaceful conversation and relationship with your co-parent to make everything else easier. That's not easy. It's not easy going into that bowl, but it's even harder for people who never had an example of how it goes. For me, I was a single mother raised by a single mother. So there was no stepdad and no stepmama in none of our situations. So for me learning this level of co-parenting where my son's dad is actually very active in his life, okay, now we have to go to the drawing board because we have to make this right for him. And we have to make it comfortable for each of us to continue a life outside of each other. So like a lot of people, when you're going into this ball, it's not all peaches and cream. Okay, yeah, we're all going to sit down and have this conversation. No, it's not that easy because the co-parents first have to make sure they're in a positive space to add other people to a positive space. And normally when a person is coming in, that's peaceful until you have to start having those conversations about boundaries. Because some people may feel like I'm his mama and I don't feel like that. Because like I had a conversation before with someone and I was saying, okay, like let's say if me, my son's dad, and let's say my son's dad was dating someone, they've been around each other, they know each other, my son's familiar with her, and he was to do something, I wouldn't have a problem with her. If we're all here, I wouldn't have a problem with her correcting him. Because my thing is, for me as a parent, if you're going to correct him or chastise him when I'm not around, I have no problem with seeing how you handle it then. Now, the debate with that came from, it was like, okay, no, if we're around and we're his parents, then we need to chastise him. Okay, so when are we going to possibly know what her way of chastising him when we're not around? Get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different ways and a lot of different perspectives that can come from. And that just depends on the two co-parents head to head. You can come in as a step parent and say, I want to be loving to this child. I want to be open to this child. But you have to still remember this child has a mother or this child has a father, and you have to respect how they feel about what they're going to do and how they're going to handle it with your child. It's conversations that you have to have. Some co-parents may feel like, oh, I don't need no conversation. I know they're good around their dad, but you don't know other people's intentions. Mm-hmm. And that's for me. Another person can be so open, oh yeah, because I could get him from football practice every day, but then my son is outside 30 minutes after practice hot and no one's there to get him. So it's things that happen and occur that you have to build these relationships and these bonds with these people to make sure that it's a safe environment for you, it's a comfortable environment for your child, and things can flow as they should. But everyone has to be on the same page, and that's the hard part. Some people feel like I'm the parent and this is how it's going to go. That's not how that works. Sometimes you have to negotiate and you have to kind of go 50-50 with we can do this or we can't do that, or I'm not comfortable with that, and you have to agree to disagree.
When she said examples, like her mom was a single mom and she had to figure it out, I think that even with my parents not getting along, they get along now, but it's been times where they didn't get along. my dad always, whatever person he was dating, my mom did not care. I wasn't around them as much, but they, like, if I was with my grandma on my dad's side and they came over, my mom knew who it was, had already talked to him. My stepdad and my dad have always gotten along. My dad jokes about my stepdad all the time. Like, even though my parents didn't necessarily get along, they never really had a problem with who the other one was dating. And my stepdad's been in my life since I was 3 or 4. So it's just like my dad has accepted him as my other dad. Like, it's the maturity level got to be there. And because I've seen it happen, I think that's why I'm a person that wants to meet the other parent before I'm around the kids, because I've seen it happen and seen what it can turn into and experience that. But I can also see how people who don't have the example that I have would be like, I don't want to meet them, or I don't care, or I'm good around the kids without meeting such and such. You know how that go.
Right.
Oh man, y'all was damn. I don't even know what to say after that, man. Y'all was hitting all on the points. That's what's up.
Steady, tell us what you gotta say.
It's pretty much. I don't want to sound too redundant because y'all really was hitting on some good points. Me, from my personal experience dating women with children, I never overstepped. I always try to, number one, kind of find out the situation with the co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, some people, they don't feel right. No matter how much of a good person you are, they set in their ways. They don't want whoever around their children. In this crazy world that we live in, I can totally understand that, because you do not know anybody's true intentions, especially with these sick weirdos. I'm not, I'm just saying, you know where I'm going with it. So I totally understand that. With me, I'm about learning the boundaries and not overstepping, like trying to overdo it. Like, yeah, I'm about to go take this one to the park and I'm gonna bind with him. I don't do all that. I'm not saying I don't consider that, but the way I've got along with women with children was pretty much setting that example. And like when I come around, not excluding them out of certain things. So let's just say if I was dating a woman with a daughter and it was Valentine's Day, right? I'm the type of person to be like, not only is the woman that I'm dating getting flowers and whatever I decide to buy her, but if her daughter is a part of her life, and if I'm gonna be dating her mom, and potentially she might be a stepchild or whatever, hey, I bought your daughter something. Not too extravagant, depending on the age or whatever. But I bought her flowers and Bath and Body Works gift card. Or if you told me, I'm not about to get with this dude. Right? I'm trying to be serious, please. But if you have a conversation with that woman and you telling me what your daughter's into, I might just say flowers and whatever. And you didn't know anything. I just surprised you. And whatever. But I think the children will start to adapt to you depending on how you treating their mother. The way you treat her with respect, the way you come around and you there for her and you making sure that she's good, and you kind of ease your way with conversation, because you might be like, I don't want to, they quiet right now, but they still trying to figure you out as a person, because they probably seen situations that was very toxic, and they probably say, oh, here we go again. Same. How's this person going to be? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at the end of the day, kind of learn the boundaries, be very respectful. Don't be afraid to have conversations. Even if you say, man, do you mind if I meet, the other co-parent? That way we can all be on the same page. I don't want to overstep boundaries, and I don't want to feel like I'm taking over. Nah, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that you treat that person in front of their children with respect. Know the boundaries. Don't be afraid to ask the parent, look, I want to make sure that we all on the same page before we go any further. Let's have a conversation, if you don't mind. Now, they might tell you, I don't have a good relationship with them. They're not going to like that. I'm not gonna force the issue. As long as we know we
Right.
saying, you see what I'm saying? Because some people might be like,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have good. They just gonna be like, look, as long as that person don't do this, then that we ain't gonna have no. I don't want to meet them because they still got
Right.
feelings for 'em and they jealous or whatever. That's cool. And guess what? I'm not gonna do anything different. I'm gonna still be there. And if you say, hey, my child needs this and that and the third, that's a that's a package deal. If I'm dating this woman, all right, well, I got to make sure you, your daughter, your son, they taken care of. But that's a
Right.
responsibility. And I'm gonna let Ghost go. I know she wants to ask a question, but you have to be sure that you're willing to step up too. Don't just say the stuff and then your actions is not meeting up with the words, because that's a slippery slope, and you don't want that to happen. Oh, this person here, they all about bark and
No
no
bite.
action, nothing.
Right.
So just don't overstep boundaries. You ain't gotta overstep it. You ain't gotta overdo it. You ain't gotta go the extra mile. Trust me, them kids are gonna recognize, damn, that person really respects my mom. They there for her when,
Mm-hmm.
because children knows
They
when
paying attention.
they pay
Mm-hmm.
attention. If you think they don't, but they do. And if they see
Yeah.
their mother is in pain, or you could just tell, like, damn, something wrong with mama, and she's sad, and but she see this, the children see this man or whatever, vice versa, coming
Mm-hmm.
to their life and constantly making sure that they good, and they see this on a consistent basis, and you're not overstepping it, and you're not doing it just so you can prove to them, like, yeah, I'm gonna get good with your mama. As long as I get good in with the kids, I'm gonna get good with the mama. Nah, nah, nah. You do that because number one, it's the right thing to do, and it's the right
Mm-hmm.
thing you're doing from your heart. It's genuine, it's real, it's authentic. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no fake shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think, I definitely agree with both of y'all on that one. Ain't no disagreement. The boundaries and definitely being on the same page with the other parent can go a long way of having a successful, whether relationship or marriage with that particular person. So go ahead, Ghost. You wanted to ask a question?
Yes, because I don't have kids, and this actually somebody asked me this question recently. It's a situation that happened, and I'm just interested. So when the parents don't get along, right? So
Okay.
I know somebody they don't get along. They were engaged. One party, the woman still kind of has some feelings about the man because he did X, Y, and Z. But it's been years.
Mm-hmm.
He has a fiance now, and she's never met the fiance because she's ran off every woman he's dated. So he refuses. Like the fiance is open to meeting, but he's just like he don't want her to get your number and all that. And once she found her Instagram and all that, they have been going back and forth. But they took family photos, him, the fiance, and all of their kids because they both
Mm-hmm.
have 3 kids combined. The mother that he doesn't get along with said that it was disrespectful that she get on Facebook and saw her child in a family photo. And he's just like, you don't act right, but I didn't want to exclude my child. As the mother, how would you feel? But was he wrong? Because no lie, she got on Facebook and the family photo was there. Boom. They all had matching outfits. It was there.
Once again, I feel like we're going back to boundaries. If he knows how she is, you get to a certain point where, regardless of how a person is, you still have to show them some respect, and you still have to communicate with them what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Even on Mad Day, you may feel like, oh, I don't owe this person, this is what's going on. But honestly, you still should try to be that person, if that makes sense. It's not always the easiest thing, and it's not always going to be peaches and creams, but you still have to make sure your co-parent is comfortable when it comes to what's going on with your child. You still have to. Like for me, I felt like things occurred in my co-parentship that I felt like, oh, I don't owe him the, because I didn't get this. But then you get to a point where it's kind of like, okay, you got to get past the tit for tat. You have to get to the point where we say, okay, this is about our child, but respecting that we're still going to have to find our happy place in our happy space with whoever we decide to be with. So you have to kind of accept that something is not going to always be what or how you want it to be,
Mm-hmm.
but still create that even though we're not how we should be, we have to do what we have to do for the kids and what makes them happy and what makes them comfortable. Of course, she has to realize I couldn't imagine getting online and seeing a family picture of my daddy and all his kids and stepkids, regardless of him and I talk or not, and they plastered up, and I'm just like, damn, like
I
he ain't
wasn't in the
call my
picture.
mama, he ain't want me to be a part of it. Like, what's going on?
What my matching
Right,
shirt
right.
at?
That part, like, so nobody thought they didn't have my size, like, so y'all was just like, don't worry about it. Like, how did this go? So you have to think about it. Sometimes it's bigger than your kids, and it's funny because I was just on TikTok today, and a lady was saying how she married a guy, and her wedding ended up being a no kids allowed. And she said she created it that way because his co-parent was toxic and she didn't want the kids to attend his wedding. So she said no kids because she wanted to they wanted to properly be able to explain why they weren't at the wedding, but they also didn't want them to see pictures of other kids at the wedding and enjoying themselves, to not, because the first question is going to be, oh, okay, well, why y'all didn't invite us? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, that's something that kind of hit different. Like, that's not even your child, but they was at the wedding. So they actually had a no kids allowed to the wedding. That way the kids didn't feel like other kids were allowed and they weren't. But that goes back to the drawing board of you. I feel like everybody, you have to get your co-parent relationship together. Even if it's not where you can communicate all the way, at least to a point where you guys can sit down and say, hey, this is what's going on in my life. I want you to know what's going on around your child. But you have some co-parents that feel like this my child, when they with me, they with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at times my co-parent has been like that. So it kind of, it takes time, it takes a little talking, it takes a little more talking, it takes a little more talking after that to get to that point where it's kind of like, yo, we're at peace. This is what we have going on. Let's sit down and have this conversation.
That's real.
But all parties have to be on the same page, because you can go in there wrong. And it's different when it's men and it's women. Like you say, your stepdad never had a problem with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta think about it. That stepmom and that mama, we gonna sit down. You playing with my husband, we have a problem. So you playing with my boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna play with him like that, because I know what he do for these kids. You know, you
Oh
fall into that
God.
zone. But then you
Right.
gotta understand your boundary with your place. Like, I'm the addition to what they've created together. So it's kind of like every area that I could poke in this situation, it's kind of like a win here, a lose here, a lose here, a win here. Like, it can be tossed different ways. The easiest way to do it is everybody drop down your feelings and be a part of the kid's life and be happy that your co-parent is happy.
Mm.
That's the hardest part, especially when you still have feelings involved. And that's why a lot of the situations are as bad as they are, because everybody haven't dealt with their feelings, the healing.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, before we wrap it up, I just feel like at the end of the day, it's also the parent's job, who's dating, whatever, to let the other co-parent to know, like, look, you might not like this, but respect who I'm dating. That's the
Yeah.
key part. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the person that you're dating to disrespect, like, mother, you ain't here for the child. It's also the person, the parent, to be like, look, we gonna be co-parenting. I'm just introducing you to somebody that's gonna be a part of me and my child's life. We got to keep it civilized. I'm not. This is what it is. This is where we at. You got to respect this person who I'm dealing with. Understand that your child is safe. We in a good space. This is what makes us happy, because it's all about the child, the children, whatever. It's about their happiness, their joy, their peace. You understand? And like you said, stay on the same page. It's gonna be uncomfortable for sure.
Right.
But guess what? I'm gonna give you the utmost respect. And guess what? You still that child's father, mother, whatever the case may be. But guess what? I'm just here, just letting you know, if I'm gonna be a part of this family, guess what? We all gonna be on the same page, because it's all about the children. It takes a village to raise a child, right? So
Yes,
I
it
mean, right
does.
now, there you go. That's just all it is to it. But we are at the 2 minute mark. We're about to wrap up. I must say, I enjoyed every thought, opinion, expression, everything. Ghost, Tay, y'all both knocked it out the park tonight. I must say, definitely, y'all did a good job tonight. And of course, Ziggy's behind the production, great production and everything like that. So we got a minute left. So final thoughts. Ghost, do you have anything that you want to just speak on or talk about before we dip out? The floor is yours, right?
I didn't got it all out.
Got it all out? You ain't
got it all out. Nothing.
Okay, all right. Tay, you got any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
I mean, I could go on and on about co-parenting, but I don't think y'all want to hear my good bad. So,
but it's a good thing to. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a good thing. I actually learned. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Ghost said. I'm 36 and I don't have any children. You know what I'm saying?
right.
My niece is like my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Your clock is ticking, buddy.
It is, ain't it? Tick, ain't it?
It didn't ticked out almost.
Probably so. But yeah, I just feel like I've dated, like I said, I've dated women with children, so I know a little bit about that, and I've never had an issue with meeting the other co-parenters or even having issues with the children not liking me or anything like that. So, but just learning the aspect from y'all point of view, you know what I'm saying? You learn a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for your thoughts and y'all gems, of course. So of course, I'm definitely appreciative of y'all for sure. So Tay, Ghost, once again, thank y'all. The community, y'all was there. You go. Welcome back.
Oh yeah, we're good, bro. We're good, bro.
We thought Thanos snapped you away, bro. You turned into
He almost did, bro.
But
we good though.
Bro. All right.
Ghost is holding it down for me though, so we good.
Oh yeah, man. Ghost was she lived up to the Let's Hash It Out podcast expectations. And shout out to everybody, but everybody that attended in the group chat. 8-Bit, Kimmy, Stacks,
shout out to
8-Bit, Chill Hard 11, Terrence, Dunn.
What's up,
Biggs? Biggs. There's a lot of people, even Saint in the chat too. So shout out to everybody. If I forgot anybody, of course, thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of y'all in the chat.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, a lot of y'all in the chat. And we appreciate y'all commenting and everything like that. Zig, you have anything you want to say before we
none.
In the episode?
Definitely appreciate Ghost coming on here. That's something we wanted to do this season. We'll start collaborate with other podcasters and other people such as yourself. So first and foremost, we appreciate you taking the time to come hang out with us because time is one of the things you can't get back. So whenever anyone gives us their time, like we really do appreciate that. So I want you to know it's not just word vomit. Like we really do appreciate you being here. So I got you. I'm just making sure you understand. Like we really do appreciate it. So shout out to everybody that's been watching. I've been looking at the numbers and everything. We've been kind of hovering around the 50, 55, almost 60 mark across all platforms. We definitely appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all following our guests on the ticker below. Ghosts may not be ghosts on IG and maybe not ghosts. I'm already. I had to fight dyslexia as a kid, so this is killing me on Twitter. So make sure y'all support our guests and everything like that. Once again, also the people that didn't get the chat but was watching, we do appreciate y'all as well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy y'all typed it like that because honestly, there was no way I was gonna read that. Tell you what it said. Because I ain't never put none of that together. At the end of it, I say, okay, host. I saw that. But I ain't know that's Okay, got it. Noted. Okay.
Noted.
All right.
But yeah, definitely appreciate everybody coming through. That's all I got, man. And once again, please, we're trying to grow the YouTube channel. That's like the main hub. So I know everyone's on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and different things like that. But if y'all haven't gone to the YouTube channel and click the the subscribe button. We appreciate it because
Please.
there's things other
Subscribe,
than just the
like.
live streams that's on there.
Yeah.
Right. Facts.
But yeah, that's all I got, man.
All right. Well, once again, man,
I do.
we really do appreciate y'all, and from
Thank y'all for having me too.
Oh,
we enjoyed you.
Anytime.
Well, hold on, we gotta give the studio gotta give a ghost a round of applause. There we go. Take care of that.
You're welcome. You're welcome on the platform anytime you want to come back on and discuss. Because I'm pretty sure Tay's gonna need you back up for sure. The puppeteer, she's gonna need some backup.
Is that her nickname for this season, the puppeteer? Because you've been saying it.
Bruh.
Sound like
we gotta get some
Have
puppeteer.
you been hearing these answers from her? You talk about me.
I've been kind of shocked because I thought Tay was like the angel.
Call me Halo.
I've been kind of shocked. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of these
that toxic trait, that one took me for the loop, Zig. That's
the one that got me was I like to play with them. I was like,
right. Lead them to the water, but don't give them a drink.
I didn't even say that like that. Y'all, all right.
I was like, hey. I kind of like waited because I was like, she probably joking.
She like dingle.
No LOL. No.
She didn't know LOL.
No LOL. Make a little sound at the end, huh?
Yeah, no LOL, JK, nothing.
Nothing. Just straight up, man. I like to lead them on, get their feelings involved, and
man, this is a fun season. I definitely appreciate everybody.
I'll definitely be back.
I'll definitely be
back.
Tay said, get them in now. Bet.
All right. No bet. But all right, y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. Good night. Hope y'all have a great rest of the week. And we'll see y'all next week.
Same podcast time, same podcast channel.
Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Men lie, your women lie, but numbers don't. We can debate if you want, but I know you really won't. I'ma reach and guess my percentage on the desk. I'm sure like Holmes, detective skills, he be at the max. S.Writer, his topics, he bringing be the best. Ziggy the BC be streaming, that man is built for next. TayTalks, she wear the dress, but don't try to press. I'm S.Dot and I'm campus smacking, we at your neck. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing